Hey everyone, it's Eric Cross from FantraxHQ. It's time to talk about another top 25 prospect rankings here. And I'm not wearing this shirt just because it matches their team colors a little bit with the blue, but it is time to talk about a very deep and talented New York Yankees farm system. And trust me, it really pains me to say that as a Red Sox fan, but it's the truth. This is a very deep and talented system, top to bottom, on both sides of the ball, on the mound and at the plate. And there's a really big international flair to this top 25, which I believe was 16 or 17 of my top 25 were international signings over the last few years. Leading the way there was 2019 international signing Jasson Dominguez, who I had at number 1. And this kid is I already have him in my top 20 overall. That tells you how good this kid is. You know, somebody asked me the other day who I preferred between Bobby Witt Jr. and Jasson Dominguez. And while their power speed upsides are both pretty similar at around 30-30, Jasson Dominguez has the better hit tool. Witt's probably more of a 270 guy, while Jasson can hit 280, 290, even more. There's plus tools across the board. Like I said, power, speed is there. Contact skills are there from both sides of the plate. Has a really good feel for hitting as a 16-year-old. And it might seem crazy to say this, but you know, once Wander Franco and Julio Rodriguez, Jared Kelenic, Adele, Robert, all those guys have graduated from prospect status, Jasson Dominguez might be the next guy that is right up there with Marco Luciano as the top dog in baseball. He's already the top dog in this very talented system, which tells you a lot. But like I said, plus tools across the board, and that includes defensively too. He's a plus defender in the outfield with a strong arm. Probably profiles better as a corner than in center field, but we'll see there. Super athletic, super high upside, and I'd be trying to get as much stock as I can in this guy in Dynasty leagues. The top pitcher in this system, you could go several different ways here, but I go Clarke Schmidt. Like I said in my article, he is the best combination of ceiling and floor. Doesn't have the top ceiling for pitchers, but like I said, the best combination, and the guy I feel most comfortable reaching his ceiling as like a back-end number 2 or high-end number 3 starter. The collegiate arm out of the University of South Carolina and had Tommy John surgery and other various little minor ailments. So 2019 is still the first year where we've really had an extended look at Clarke Schmidt, and the results were very solid. He had an ERA of 3.47, 1.18 whip, and right around 10 strikeouts per 9. Most of that was in the High A Florida State League and Double A Eastern League. So he's kind of starting to climb the ladder there, and he should move pretty quickly as well. Maybe we see him end of 2020, but probably not. You see the Yankees didn't really rush Deivi Garcia either, so probably a Double A, Triple A guy in 2020 with a likely ETA of 2021 in the Bronx. Like I said, he's got a ceiling of a back-end number 2 and is a really solid pitcher, 3 above average to plus pitches and solid command as well. So he's a guy that I have as a right around top 100 prospect and probably a top 20 to 25 arm in the minor leagues. Now you're probably wondering, well, what about Deivi Garcia? You know, a guy who most lists you'll see have as the top pitcher in this system. Listen, I like Deivi Garcia, I truly do, but I think he could become a number 2 type starter and have a lot of success early in his career. But with his small frame, he's listed I think around 5'9", 160, which I think that 160 might be generous. I question how long he can sustain that success as a number 2 type starter. I caught one of his starts earlier in the year. I believe it was in May when Trenton came to Portland up here, my neck of the woods, and I wasn't as impressed as I thought I was going to be. I was a little underwhelmed. The fastball curveball combination is really, really good. Curveball is one of the best in the minor leagues, but the changeup was so-so, and the same thing goes with the command. He was kind of all over the place, and that command and control have kind of hindered him a little bit here. You know, he's always been a high strikeout guy, which I believe will continue. So he's a guy I'd be looking to sell high on, if I'm being honest with you, out of this Yankee system, because I think he can provide a ton of value early on in his career, especially in strikeouts. But like I said, I question how long that continues. A little further down here, so I have him at number 6 in the Yankees system, and that's 2 spots behind ESTEVAN FLORIAL, a guy that has also been a top 100 prospect for a while, high on many lists. Power speed is great, especially I want to see that power in Yankee Stadium, especially with him being a lefty in that short right field porch. But the hit tool and swing and miss tendencies have limited him, and now I question how much of an average could he hit for down the road. ceiling could be another kind of Curtis Granderson type, kind of one of those little wiry power speed threats, and another guy that had time with the Yankees and really excelled at Yankee Stadium as a lefty with power. But I'm not sure he's more of a bottom third of the order guy. So it'll be interesting to see if he can make the adjustments there. He's already almost 22, still down in the Florida State League, high A advanced. So probably gets up to Double-A this year in 2020, which is really what I consider the really true test for a lot of these prospects. So he'll be an interesting one to keep an eye on, but he's sliding down my rankings here. This Yankee system is just full of those kind of upside plays, especially in the lower minors now with all the international guys they've gotten over the last couple of years. The top one of those, kind of that group, is a guy who I have ranked third in this system, which is very lofty, but the talent is there, the raw talent I should say. And that's Kevin Alcantara, big 6'6" outfielder, weighs around 195, 200 pounds, so there's still a lot of physical projection left. He's a 70 raw power type, really can drive the ball. Hit tool needs some work, plate approach does as well, doesn't walk too much, but like I said, that can be ironed out. He's still very young in the lower levels of the minors. If that hit tool can progress to the point where he can hit at least 260, 270 in that range, which I think he can, that will really allow him to fully tap into that raw power, and he could be a 35-40 home run type, and there's enough speed there. He's athletic, big man too, so you could probably throw in double-digit steals as well. Some other guys in that mold to keep an eye on, the high upside mold I should say: Alexander Vargas, Antonio Cabello, Michael Escotto. All those guys, if you can grab a handful of guys like that in your dynasty leagues and just one or two of them hit on their upside, you're gonna be sitting pretty. Another name I wanted to talk about here is Luis Medina. He's by far the most polarizing pitcher in this system. Might have the highest upside. Let me phrase that. He does have the highest upside of any pitcher in this system. His 70 grade fastball, 2 above average to plus secondaries, and his curveball and his changeup. He just can't control them worth a damn. Like, just give the man some control and command and watch him take off. Said that last year. Said it again this year. Didn't really progress there. Though he did a little bit in the end of the season. You kind of saw his walk rate start dipping in August, July and August. So there's some hope that he can still figure things out. The mechanics are there. I have no issues with his delivery or any long-term concerns there. It's an easy delivery, arm speed's there. Nothing really, no big mechanical flaws. So still have hope that he can develop into the frontline starter that he has the upside to be. But he's still one of the biggest risk guys in the system too, due to that command control. So, but he's one that I would still be looking to buy heavily in Dynasty because it looks like he could be ready to turn the corner. And if he can, watch out.